The following program is brought to you by the Cook Inlet Tribal Council, Incorporated. Youth Opportunity Program, Opportunities for Alaska Native Youth, made possible by funding from the U.S. Department of Labor Workforce Investment Act, Youth Opportunity Movement, Youth Opportunity Program.
Welcome to This Generation. I'm Bethany Stanley. Come with us as we take you to St. Lawrence Island, to the village of Gambell, where you will meet the extraordinary people of this island and the challenges they face. You will see how the youth of Gambell are taking matters into their own hands to ensure a prosperous future in a land where it seems that time stands still. 30 miles off the coast of Siberia, often hidden in the midst of the Bering Sea, lies the community of Gambell. Located on the tip of St. Lawrence Island, Gambell remains virtually untouched by the perils of the 21st century. Blessed by the sea, the people of Gambell live off the land and waters they have come to know and honor, provided with bowhead whale, walrus, seal, and fish for hundreds of years.
It's a whale's head, lower jaw, upper jaw.
I see them all over the place out here.
Yeah, they do. When they catch a whale, they take this off and drag it over here to closer to where the boat captain's boat is. I want to take a look at something over here. There's a bomb right here. They're about, let's see, 14 inches, 15 inches.
So what are you doing right now?
Taking this weird metal object that I don't know what it is. See if I could get this point out. Ooh. Seems like it was thicker. Looks like rust got to it.
The people of St. Lawrence Island have been faced with a new dilemma. A lack of ice in the Bering Sea has forced hunters to travel 80 miles north in search of whale and walrus. Allowed 8 whale each season, Gambell has had only one successful whale hunt this year, and as the sea ice travels further north, so do the walrus, which provide food, skins for their boats, and ivory that many of these villagers use for carving to sell to tourists.
Well, this year I'm in big shortage of walrus tusk. That's not really a help for me.
Sam Okhtokiyuk has been carving ivory for a couple of years now. On this day, Sam is carving a miniature whale.
Or a very small whale. I have 2 of them that are close to done. If you're digging around here, you can hit a jackpot once in a big while, that is. Have some fossilized ivory. See, starting in '98, had a high school teacher, Wilford Tungan, helped me out. It gets really foggy every day. There's rarely any warm days and all that. We do get them though, once in a while.
In an effort effort to ensure a prosperous and positive future for these kids and millions of others nationwide, the Department of Labor has awarded youth opportunity grants to communities with high poverty levels and low employment rates. With this grant, youth throughout the rural areas of Alaska will have opportunities to acquire the skills and work experience necessary to succeed in the global economy of the 21st century.
As you can see, when you look around here, there's not much of a cash flow or economic base. Part of the deal was, at least the initiative, was to try to help these students or these youth, both at risk, the out of school and in-school youth, to start thinking about their careers. What most of our villages have had to do is basically survive on two different economies, one is of course, the cash economy, and the major portion of it is the subsistence. Like you can see, there is no Walmart here. There isn't any kind of businesses, so the cash economy is very low.
I've been trying to get a job for this summer. So far I haven't found one. Most of the teens around here that I know started smoking, drinking and all that. To tell you the truth, I was once really into that stuff, so I had nothing to do. I know most of them are probably dying from boredom, and that's very contagious. All they do is just ride around all night and nothing to do in the day. I guess it happens every day to people around here. Read books sometimes, watch TV. There's boating, riding Hondas. Sometimes I'm good at camping, Sibunga sometimes. There's not like any big stores around here. Most of the houses around here are pretty old. I just wait for something to do, and it pops up, I guess just go for it.
Passing down of traditions and the desire to create are not the only reasons he carves ivory. For Sam, it's a way to pass time.
I have nothing to do. There's a lot of things that I can do with carving.
Because the Youth Opportunity Program recognizes that in our villages, and in fact in the 46 communities that these programs are serving, there are very few job opportunities, and we have counted in a number of our communities up maybe 5 year-round jobs or even seasonal jobs in a small community. We're also looking at probably what employment means in the bigger sense. If in fact subsistence activities are valued at $3,636 a piece per family member, then in fact that is value and that is worth and that is something worthy to work toward. And so we're trying to combine both the Western ideal of a 40-hour-a-week job with the reality in our communities. And by exploring all of the options with youth, and opening doors and letting them visit and revisit their dreams and make those dreams reality, they will have a brighter future, because a lot of times it's the lack of opportunity to explore what a career might mean for a youth in a community that will make the difference.
First time looks really nasty. Right now they're just tying this whole thing up from here to there, all around. No, actually this part's gonna be splice and cut in half, just like this one's almost done. It's drying off right now. It takes about a month to get this whole thing done.
Spraying some ends for him.
Yeah. You notice the fur is just actually just peeling off. See those old covers over there? They're made out of this stuff right here. So what we do is we put the fresh skins in there, put them in a warm spot for a good while, and once they start to get smelly, and talking about smelling good, once they start to get water in them, it's usually when they're actually done, ready to be cut in half.
These are our partners in the program, Native Youth Leadership.
Kim Antoghame is a youth coordinator for the Youth Opportunity Program in Gambell. Growing up in Gambell, Kim knows what these kids are going through.
They don't have, a hangout here in Gambell, and they want like a youth center or something, built here for them. Something to do, because they're always hanging out elsewhere and they don't know where to go.
To occupy their time and steer them away from negative influences that make their way into these remote villages, the youth of St. Lawrence Island are creating ways to spend their time.
Careers is a real big part of this youth opportunity. We've got to stop thinking of just short-term fixes, feel-good fixes. You really need to be thinking about your careers. Where do you want to go? Jobs. It's just not there here. At least in most of these villages, a lot of the jobs are already taken. And so what we're trying to do is at least try to help those youth to start really thinking about how they're going to be able to address this. This is where the youth councils come in. At least they can voice their concerns and hopefully try to partner with the rest of the community. It's going to take a lot of community partnership to make this work. We've got quite a few resources that can actually help us if whatever we need. Right?
Recently, the youth of Gambell and Savunga, a neighboring community, got together to discuss some of the issues at hand.
Now I'm gonna start talking about how does this play into everything, the kind of people that we are today. My role was to try to get the youth to come to that point where they take personal responsibility for their own lives and actually start dreaming, developing their own dreams, and then working towards that dream, whatever it might be. But I imagine you'd like to have a good job in carpentry, right? Good paying job, be able to buy your own ATV and possibly a boat and motor or something in a home.
Sometimes it's boring. Sometimes it's fun. I mean by fun is like everybody wanting to do this and we agree and we do something. Most of the time people don't agree. I don't know why. We're trying to get a youth center around here. Something closer to a rec center.
A computer lab somewhere, or a computer building maybe.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
More stuff at home, like rec centers, arcade games.
Like more jobs and more places to hang out. We need a computer for the youth, for internet access. I need internet too.
The community's getting bigger every year. Hopefully they'll get something like an AC around here or something.
Teen nights and kids nights where they could have some fun instead of going and be proud. With the youth council that we have now, I'm hoping that they'll become leaders for the community, to work in the organizations.
I actually seen you making decisions. I actually seen running the corporations, the city, the IRAs.
We've never had, a youth council like the one we have now. The youth council, they're going to be meeting with the city and all these other organizations, I guess, and voicing out, what they want to see and stuff like that.
It's basically trying to get attention from the community, trying to get the community involved with the teens.
We usually do the work together. We get together and plan. It's better working as a group, so it's better to work as a group than independently.
We can get attention if we get together in a group, which we're basically, it's what we're doing.
The togetherness, and it's like it's so powerful to see, Gambell and Savunga Youth Council together and sharing their ideas and what they see, what they think that is wrong, in their villages, and how to better it.
But overcoming some of these obstacles has proven to be a challenge.
Something you don't want to see happening in the village, what would that be?
The biggest concern that I heard from the youth was the bingo and pull tabs.
And the only thing they can do is think about doing right now. I want to feel better now. And bingo is addictive. It makes you feel good. You're in anticipation of winning all those big bucks. And when you do, there's this sense of relief and internal joy. I mean, you've probably seen some of your parents, right? They come home and they're all excited. No? But same way with alcohol and drugs. It changes, it's a mood altering, mind altering experience.
There's a lot of parents that, are so addicted to bingo and pull tabs that they're not spending enough time with their children.
And my anti-drug is drawing.
Stay tuned for more
of this generation.
Like a lot of my friends in the village, I tried inhalants. We all had plans for the future, but I didn't want to lose mine because I was bored and inhaling. When I looked, I found plenty to do. Better things than sniffing. I kept my dreams. Keep yours. Buknam, you can do it.
Brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alaska, Merck, and Alaska Native Tribal Health Consortium.
There seems to be a sense of hopelessness in among a lot of our youth, helplessness, powerlessness. If we want to continue that trend, all we have to do is do nothing. But I think if we start actually doing something about it and start thinking about the strengths themselves, the potential and the possibilities, especially among our youth and the communities, and build upon that, I think we can go far.
I know for a fact that the youth, their culture is very strong, like with Eskimo dancing and singing. There's a lot of youth that participate in that, and that means a lot to them.
For those of you that are anticipating the Eskimo dancing, how does it make you feel to belong and know how to do that? Makes you feel good, doesn't it? The drumming, the dancing, the togetherness, the songs. Our drumming is very unique in this world. For those of you that can actually go out and do the dance and understand even the song behind it. See, there's a spiritual thing behind it that has strength.
Dancing is very important. I love dancing. Watching. Yeah, having your own experiences. If we don't have it, we won't learn anything. I'm gonna be a drummer. Yeah. And a dancer.
We've got our native dancing, we've got a lot of our arts and crafts. Now all we have to do is to start trying to develop some ways of actually getting it to the market. We have to start thinking about, well, what other kind of opportunities, job opportunities can we create at the local level? We're not going to be developing jobs and fixing airports forever. We have to go beyond.
And that's exactly what these kids are doing. Thanks to the Youth Opportunity Program, these youth are planning for their futures and the future of their villages.
After I get out of high school, I'll get to National Guard. Then after all that, I'll go to college. After high school, I was thinking about going Job Corps, get some credit, computer technology, maybe aviation.
Child development, or accounting, or culinary arts. Sometimes I need substitutes at the school for teachers or bilingual teachers. Maybe like start a daycare center or something. I love to work with children. There's a lot of young adults that have been applying for Job Corps in the program, and a lot of them, they want to go out, out of town and come back when they get their degrees or certificates from some program. They want to come back and become like leaders for the community.
Our children are renewable resources in the community, and it would help to help them know what's around and be able to help themselves and their future.
10 years from now, what I envision is a very proud people, independent, basically living in harmony, just like in the old days. There's a place for the kind of lifestyle we used to have, but yet we still can embrace new technology, information. We can be among the global community. We can be strong, and that we can have a sense of pride in what we do, whether we live in the traditional sense or whether we embrace the global economy. I would like to see bridges between the youth and the elders. I would like to see our kids having joy, places to go. The big thing is that each one of us, especially among our youth, that we can walk around with dignity and pride without having to feel like that we're less than anybody. We shouldn't have to compare ourselves to anyone. And the same sense of pride that we had in the old days, the same sense of community, the same sense of family. That's ultimately what my dream is.
It is a dream shared by both old and young, a vision of what is yet to come. As the youth of Gambell and Sibunga search for a way to blend these two worlds together, life continues on St. Lawrence Island. The hunters still hunt, the birds still grace the sea, and the dreamers still dream.
This program brought to you by Cook Inlet Tribal Council Incorporated, Youth Opportunity Program. Opportunities for Alaska Native youth made possible by funding from the U.S. Department of Labor, Workforce Investment Act, Youth Opportunity Movement, Youth Opportunity Program.